Dua and Taha, linking learning with fun.
The House of Warm Lights. It is a calm and peaceful night. Imagine the sky above you. It is not just dark, but a deep, velvety shade of midnight blue. It looks like a soft blanket spread across the entire world. Scattered across this blanket are millions of tiny, sparkling stars. They do not flash brightly. They glow softly, like little lanterns hanging in the distance. A cool, gentle wind moves through the tall trees, making the leaves dance in a slow, rhythmic way. Everything feels quiet. Everything feels safe. In a small village, tucked away far from the busy streets and the loud honking of cars, there is a little house. This house is simple and small, but it is filled with love. It has a blue door and a chimney that lets out a tiny wisp of smoke into the cool air. A soft, warm yellow light shines from the living room window, looking like a friendly eye in the dark. Inside this house, Ria is sitting in her favorite armchair. It is a big, soft chair that feels like a hug. Ria is holding a ceramic cup of warm tea. She feels the heat of the cup against her palms, warming her fingers after a long day. The tea smells of sweet chamomile, dried lavender, and a tiny drop of golden honey. As the steam rises in small, swirling patterns, she takes a deep breath. She lets the relaxing scent fill her mind. She looks out the window at the quiet world and smiles. The night is a beautiful, still masterpiece. Section: The Song of the Clock. The room is very, very quiet. The only sound is a small wooden clock on the wall. It has a pendulum that moves back and forth, back and forth. It ticks slowly. Tick, tick, tick. The sound is steady and reliable. It tells Ria that there is no rush. There is nowhere else to be. The clock is not counting down to anything. It is just singing a quiet song of peace. Ria takes a small, slow sip of her tea. She feels the warmth move down her throat and settle in her chest. It feels like a small sun glowing inside her, making her feel cozy from the inside out. She leans her head back against the cushion and closes her eyes for a moment. She listens. Outside, the wind is playing with the leaves. It is a soft, shushing sound. Shh, shh, shh. It is like a mother telling her baby to sleep. The leaves are whispering to the wind, and the wind is whispering back. Somewhere, very far away, a friendly dog barks once, a soft woof that sounds like a good night to the moon. Then, everything becomes silent again. Section: The Gentle Journey Begins. Ria stands up. She moves slowly, like she is moving through warm water. She does not want to break the silence. She sets her empty cup down on a wooden table. The wood feels smooth and cool. She walks toward the door and pulls it open. The hinges make a tiny musical creak. As she steps onto the porch, the night air touches her cheeks. It is fresh and crisp. It smells like the rain that fell earlier in the day and the pine trees that grow on the hill. She takes a long, deep breath. She watches the moonlight spill across the grass like a silver carpet. She begins to walk. Her feet are bare, and the grass feels like soft silk between her toes. She walks along a narrow path made of smooth, flat stones. Step, step, step. The village is fast asleep. The houses look like they are dreaming. The windows are dark, reflecting the stars above. Some houses have little flower boxes on the windowsills, and the flowers are tucked in for the night, their petals closed tight like little fists. The Garden of Whispers. Ria reaches a small garden. This is a special place where the flowers only smell sweet at night. She stops and leans against a low stone wall. The stones are still a little bit warm from the afternoon sun. She closes her eyes and breathes in. She can smell the queen of the night, a flower that opens its heart to the moon. Its scent is heavy and sweet, like sugar and perfume mixed together. She can smell the damp moss on the ground and the spicy scent of wild herbs. In the garden, a tiny cricket chirps once. Chirp, chirp. It is a lonely but happy sound. Ria feels a sense of deep gratitude. The world is so beautiful when it is quiet. She continues her walk, leaving the garden behind. She feels lighter with each step. Her thoughts are like clouds floating away into the dark sky. The Silver Bridge and the River. The path leads Ria to a small wooden bridge. Under the bridge, a river flows. The water is not in a hurry. It moves lazily around the round gray stones. The moonlight hits the water, and it looks like a river of melted silver flowing through the valley. Ria walks to the middle of the bridge and looks down. She sees the reflection of the moon in the water. Every time a small ripple moves by, the moon seems to dance and shimmer. The sound of the water is a liquid lullaby. Bubble, gurgle, splash. It is the most relaxing sound in the world. She finds a wooden bench near the riverbank. The wood is old and silvered by the weather. She sits down and lets her hands rest on her lap. She watches a small leaf fall from a willow tree. The leaf floats down, spinning slowly like a tiny boat, until it lands softly on the water and is carried away by the current. Ria realizes that her worries are like that leaf. She can just let them drop, and the river will carry them away far into the distance until they are gone. The Golden Forest of Dreams. Beyond the river lies a small forest. The trees here are very old and very tall. Their branches reach up as if they are trying to tickle the stars. Ria walks into the edge of the forest. Here, the air is even cooler and carries the scent of ancient wood and dry ferns. The moonlight filters through the branches, creating patterns of light and shadow on the ground. It looks like a mosaic of gold and navy blue. Ria walks over a bed of dry leaves. Crinkle, crunch. The sound is soft and satisfying. She sees a small rabbit sitting very still near a bush. The long ears twitch and the black eyes look at Ria. They share a moment of silence. The rabbit knows Ria is a friend. It goes back to nibbling a piece of clover, and Ria continues her peaceful walk. She finds a clearing in the forest where the grass is long and soft. In the center of the clearing, there are hundreds of fireflies. They are like tiny, dancing sparks of green light. They rise and fall, glowing and fading, glowing and fading. Ria stands in the middle of the fireflies, feeling like she is standing inside a dream. She feels so calm that she could almost float. After a long time of watching the fireflies, Ria feels a gentle wave of tiredness. It is a good tiredness, the kind that makes your bed feel like the most wonderful place on earth. She turns around and begins to walk back toward her little house. The walk back feels even slower. The moon is higher in the sky now, watching over the world. The village is even quieter. The shadows are longer and softer. She passes the silver river again, saying a silent thank you to the water. She passes the Garden of Whispers, where the scent of jasmine is still lingering in the air. When she reaches her blue door, she turns the handle and steps inside. The house feels like it is waiting for her. The warmth of the tea she drank earlier is still there in the air. She moves through the living room, past the ticking clock. Tick, tick, tick. It sounds even slower now, as if the clock is also getting ready to sleep. Ria turns off the last small lamp. Now, the only light is the moonlight streaming through the curtains. It paints silver stripes across the wooden floor. The softness of the bed. Ria walks to her bedroom. Her bed is covered in a thick, handmade quilt. It is filled with soft feathers and memories of warmth. She pulls back the covers and climbs in. The sheets feel cool against her skin, but they quickly grow warm from her body. She lies on her back and stretches her legs all the way to the bottom of the bed. She lets her toes fall to the sides. She lets her hands rest by her side, palms facing up. She sinks her head into the pillow. The pillow is like a soft white cloud that catches her and holds her. She closes her eyes. Now she is in her own private world of darkness and peace. Ria begins to breathe deeply, in and out. With every breath in, she imagines she is breathing in the silver light of the moon. It is cool and clean. With every breath out, she imagines she is letting go of any tightness in her body. She thinks about her feet. Her feet have walked a long way tonight. She tells them it is time to rest. Her feet feel heavy and relaxed. She thinks about her legs. They feel like they are sinking into the mattress. She thinks about her hands and her arms. They feel light, as if they are floating. She thinks about her shoulders. All the weight of the day is gone. They feel soft and loose. Finally, she thinks about her face. She relaxes her forehead. She relaxes her jaw. She even relaxes her eyes behind her eyelids. Her mind is like a clear, still lake. There are no ripples, there are no storms. There is only the reflection of the stars. In this beautiful, calm moment, the world feels very small and very safe. The English words from this story are like gentle seeds planted in her mind. They do not need to be studied, they just need to grow. Learning is as natural as breathing. Understanding is as easy as sleeping. The night continues its long, slow journey. The wind moves softly outside, singing to the trees. The stars keep their silent watch. The river continues to flow under the bridge, carrying the moonlight to the sea. Ria's breathing becomes very slow, very steady, very deep. In and out. In and out. She is not thinking anymore. She is just feeling the softness of the blanket. She is feeling the safety of her home. She is feeling the love that surrounds her. Slowly, the world begins to fade away. The sounds of the night become a distant hum. Ria drifts into a deep, comfortable, and healing sleep. Her dreams will be filled with silver rivers, golden forests, and dancing fireflies. She is at rest. She is at peace. And in this quiet rest, everything feels simple, easy, and calm. And that's the end of the story. For anyone who is listening to improve their English, if this episode helped you understand English more clearly, please like this video and subscribe to Dua and Taha, the English Talk. We are here to make English simple, human, and part of your real life. Bye, everyone.